Oh, and Fluff, if you want, dude, if you have like, if you can talk, you're welcome to join our channel and like come talk, dude.
Yeah, sounds on now.
Yeah, and now that you turn it, I turned mine off because I just heard myself again.
Right, yeah, I just turned this.
So, what did you think about that 3D artist guy that I just found today? It good or crappy or like what?
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know what he like. What do you want him for?
It was so Gilbert asked the same question, and really what it was I don't know any 3D artists that draw anime. And so the fact that I just found the guy, like I thought he might just be like some kind of connections or help, or maybe he could like tell me, hey, I know someone who does 2D live anime, or I can do three. It's just it's networking is all it really is. If we can use them in the future, cool. If not, no big deal. But the thing is, for me, it's hard. It's really hard finding people here that live in the United States that do like 3D like anime art. And to me, when I looked at his work, it's not bad at all. I mean, I'm not saying it's like it's a 10 out of 10, but it's not crap at all. It's definitely it's better than middle of the road.
Right,
I don't know. Now beyond that, I don't know how high I would go with that, but it's definitely above average. And the thing is, I don't know who he knows, or like if he actually can do 2D live work, or it's like one of those things. If I ask him for something, maybe he would like to do like a little promotional thing for free, or something, or whatever we could use, and maybe he could help advertise the game. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to have like a 3D model like talk for us or something that we could like put somewhere like for advertisement or something. It's not related in the game per se, but it's something else. You know what I mean?
right.
Like just with that, like, so I got an email from Luca today, which Luca was he's the sound engineer behind the theme song, and he um, he told me that. So I sent him an email saying, we would really like you to help out, also do the boss music and the in-game credits music. And so he has a sound engineer as well at his studio that kind of like handles the whole like metal kind of hard rock music. And so he had just sent he already sent about a week, like right before New Year's, uh the music. So he's this guy's I think his name's Jordy, and he's gonna be working on and doing like the boss music. But he really enjoyed working on the first soundtrack, and Sophia, the girl who did the lyrics and also sang the song, they want to do they want to do a live like music video. And they asked me, upon my request, they were saying, if we I want to ask at least one request. Would you be okay with it? But we want to do a live video, and we can you can share it, you can use it. We want to use it on all her social media outlets, and we want to post it in Turkey, Italy, and Japan, and just really advertise the crap out of it. And I was like, dude, I'm totally cool with that. That's sweet.
Right, yeah. That would
I
help
also told
us.
him I also told him to, if he's down, and they were cool, that if we could talk about it right now, I could probably get him a spot at San Japan and get him a table like in the indie game section, and to where like he could network with the other indie game studios and maybe like do some music and work with them, blah blah. And he was like, yeah, dude, if that could happen, I'll pay for a crew and I'll come down there. I'll bring my crew and I'll set up shop. And I was like, hell yeah, like that's cool.
Right, that would be pretty cool. And do they need like a cover image or anything?
What would you say?
Did it need a cover image or anything?
Oh, I don't know. That's actually a good question. If so, that would be cool if you could work with him and you guys could collaborate on that. And if you want to draw like some kind of like image, he wanted to have the video ready for San Japan because he was like, dude, we could put it like on like bring some extra monitors and just set it up on the booth and have the video just play, like nonstop kind of thing, or just whatever. And I was like, yeah, I have no problem with that. Sophia's band, they're based in Italy. They came here. They were here in 2016. 2016. Yeah. To San Japan. And their band played there. What they told me is that San Japan only allows the same band to play every other year, which there was a band that came this year when you were here that did the same thing. They do like a lot of like Mega Man kind of like covers and stuff like that.
Right.
And they're badass. I heard them in the RealmsCon, which is in Corpus, the year before, like the 2017, and I met them, and they're kick ass. They're really cool. So they're kind of due to come back, and so she's like interested in maybe coming back, but it's for them it's very expensive. They're the whole band, the equipment, everything. It costs thousands of dollars. So if they could come, they could come, but I don't know if that's doable or not at this point. But without them, even without them, like it would still be cool, like to like showcase everything. But if they could actually come, it'd even be more grandiose, because obviously when their band plays on stage, they could be like, "Hey, we represent Waifu Fight from Enzo Entertainment, blah blah blah," and then with the backdrop, with the projector, they could like actually like show gameplay and like show the game and blah 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 while they're actually like singing on concert kind of thing. So I mean, it would be even more advantageous if they could come. I don't know if they can or not, but if so, it's cool. If not, it's not a big deal. But he was definitely all about. He was like, "Yeah, dude, I would love to come." Like he thinks that this rock video that they want to do with her singing and the song, and like even like have some animations, that they can make some animations blah 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 to it, like make a music video. They would just thought it'd really help our game too, and I mean I don't doubt that. I think it'd be, but I mean it also helps promote his sound studio, which is to me perfectly cool. I have no problem with that. And if I can help him out and get him down here and he gets some more business at San Japan, that's even better,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Help. Yeah. I'm disturbing. I'm just
I mean,
looking at
one
stuff.
of the biggest things that I've learned is, for us, community is such an important thing. Um, we can't survive without it. We have to have it. And I'm willing, I'm one of those people that I really want to help other people too. I mean, obviously, I need to help myself
Right.
at first. But at the same time, I'm willing to help other people, because I feel like, it just, the stronger the bond, the better. And the more people you get involved, it just things work itself out, And yeah, like I sent him a really big thank you note, because honestly, that was one of the most biggest, like, coolest things that I never ever expected, to have someone like knock on my door and be like, "Hey, we're from Studio Ghibli. we we want to make a song for you." What? Okay, well, badass. Yeah, like that's totally kick ass. Like, freaking cool.
Yeah. It sounds pretty nice too. I was stuck in my head for a
Yeah,
while.
dude. It's funny. It's the last like 3 or 4 nights I've been beta testing, and so that song it's stuck in my mind again now. I can't get out of. I just can't. It will not go away. So I keep.
Yeah. It was stuck in my head too.
I think it's really catchy. It's really good. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. That's all I can say. Yeah, this year, towards this year was in 2018. To me, it was a really good year for Waifu Fight. Not only did we find them, we found UZ, and see, like, I get so many compliments on your art. It's unbelievable. Like I just can't stop like talking about it. It's that good.
Thanks, man. It's good to hear. I'm
Like I said, it was really hard. It was really hard for me the second time to like put you on the airplane. I almost wanted to kind of like make you miss your flight, so you got to you got to stay with us the next couple of days. But
Oh, dude, like after that, it's been like so tiring. I got to the con,
no,
and
I know. That night I called you on the phone. I wasn't trying to pressure you.
oh no, 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 yeah,
I was really I don't know about like our schedule for this. And then the other thing is I talked to Ryan, and then we came up with that idea. If that's possible and plausible, I'm totally interested in doing something like that down in the months or a year or whatever from now.
Wait, what was
I
the
think
idea?
it's the whole thing of like the whole artist thing.
Oh, that,
Multiple
yeah,
artists working for Enzo, and and kind of building a team and instead of it's or a sponsorship kind of thing, instead of like all these individuals just show up all these conventions by themselves. They're part of an organization, and so like now they're all unified under one big huge tent. So people then go, oh, I want to go, like, yay, the Enzo tent's here. All these badass artists are there. I want to go there, and like
right.
it just pulls. It just makes it more cooler to be part like of that than like being by yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Like my friends in medical whiskey that's what they do as well.
Yeah, it just makes it look so much more important and stronger. And then the fact that now like you have all these people together, and then everyone's kind of like chilling, hanging out, having fun. When like someone comes around and they want to like get autographs, everyone's more cool. Like to get, oh yeah, we'll multi sign it or blah 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 blah. You just have like this. You just have like this little organization kind of going, and um, it's not. I'm not trying to do this as like trying to. We're not trying to like make money out of it. We don't care about that. We just want to get the artists involved, and have them be part of the community, and then we want to help the artists too, because these conventions are expensive. I don't think people realize how hard it is to get like into them, and
Right.
all the costs. I think a lot of people like they they just kind of they forget that, and they think things are kind of like cheap and cheesy, and it's like no, not necessarily. Some of these conventions can be very expensive, and so if we were to be able to help out in some kind of form or fashion, we want that. But at the same time, like it's cool that then they kind of reflect on us and be like, hey, oh, they're part of this or part of that, and so it's an idea. I mean, obviously, it'll have to start out small, but if eventually if it works out, I mean, we would love to put it in place, and it's something to help you out because, man, one of the biggest things I don't want to see you like. I really kind of it depresses me. I still want to see you back in like Thailand, like just sitting there.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
I want you to come back to over here in the U.S. and like go to your anime conventions and like see your art friends and do what you're kind of used to. Because I think like once you go back, like honestly, man, after a few months, I think you're really it's gonna tick in. You're really like this.
Yeah, it might really happen.
So if I can do anything to help that out, like I want to do that for you.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I just don't know how it's gonna play out, to be honest. Is my sound clear?
Yeah, I will say you definitely sound different.
Oh, it's
Than
probably the
you
mic.
when you were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it good different or bad different?
Really neither. I mean, it works. If I were gonna say one thing, you sound younger.
That's good, I guess. Hmm.
Actually, it's funny when you were gonna stream. I assumed you were gonna use Picaro. I didn't know you were gonna use the Twitch, which is even better.
Oh, well, anything's
I mean,
fine.
I prefer the Twitch, so it's fine. I did tell you about the Southwest by Southwest convention. So next Tuesday, I did confirm and I contacted the president of the organization, and I've been talking to him back and forth the last 6-7 months. He's totally cool, and he's like really excited to finally meet me in person because I've only talked to him on the phone a couple times.
Nice.
But he already kind of is trying to get us to get he once is involved with that convention in March. I don't know if you're free. There's a way to get you over here, but if that's a possibility, and we're like, I'll know obviously next Tuesday, or I guess a day or two maybe after, so probably a week from today. If we're gonna go to that, I would love to be, if we're gonna go, I would love to, have you here after that. But
Right.
if you can't, you can't. It's one of those things. I understand that, but I think it'd be really cool.
I'll check. I might be able. I'll see like whatever the government says, basically.
Thing with that is, man, there is so many, like, there's so many indie studios that are coming for that. I talked to my friend Eric tonight on the phone when I first got off work and I came home, and he's a real big board gamer, and he asked me about it, not even knowing that we're probably going, whatever. And he was telling me there's some huge big companies that do like board games that I own and I play that are coming, and they're hosting some tournaments. And I was like, oh my god. There's one game that like it just came out about 2 years ago. It's probably one of my one of my top 10 now all time favorite board games. It's called Terraforming Mars.
Oh.
Gilbert's sister owns a copy of it, and the game is just fantastic. They're hosting a $5,000 tournament, cash tournament for that. I was like,
Damn.
oh my god, I want to play on that. Like, I play that game I killed that game, and I'm like, well, I have to work.
Yeah, gotcha, man. Yeah.
But I would like, I'll have to like get a guinea pig to like take my spot because I so wanted to do that. But it's just cool. Like I didn't even know they're doing shit like that. Like that's really it's cool. It's a real big kind of convention for like it's almost 2 weeks. But yeah, I think it'd be cool. If we get the chance to do it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and if you can join us and be here, that'd be awesome. If you can't, I understand. But especially because at that time, like I don't know. Do you know when you're actually finally leaving? Did you get all that kind of set in stone, or you still don't know?
No, I still don't know.
Okay. The sooner that you figure that out and let me know, the better.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I shouldn't say this on the stream because it's probably personal, kind of like just whatever. But people out there want to know, like, are cool. I gotta say, this guy Zerion. If you guys are watching, obviously his artwork. This guy's a really cool dude. He's real sweet. He's real friendly. He's real nice to everybody. And we've on now 2 occasions now we've had a great time being a part of him, and we definitely just we feel like he belongs here. So it's hard to see him having to go away.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
I'll probably, even if we go back there, I'll probably like see what it can do, basically.
What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to drag me to Thailand one day.
Oh, that's not hard.
Yeah, maybe this time next year or we're kind of past it, but maybe next year for Christmas. If you're still, if you're there, maybe I can come visit.
Sure. I don't really know what they could. Well, we sort of celebrate Christmas in Thailand.
I don't care about that. It just like I could like take time off, kind of thing.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I heard one. I heard one cool thing in Thailand. Well, I can't say that on stream. That's different. The thing it's PC. Um, Thailand has some really cool like cosplay slash like coffee shops.
Oh, that. Oh, I
Yeah,
guess.
dude, I've seen pictures. The girls are gorgeous and cute. I would love to go just check that out. I really.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. That's exactly what I was worried about. But I guess if the pictures are nice and they're okay,
Oh, so you're saying it's fake, and then when you go there, it's like bad?
it may be.
Well, then maybe like what they're showing is like the hentai coffee shops. If that makes.
I gotcha.
I mean I've done my research. I know it's in Thailand. I I'll keep that to myself. But you know, and you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
That I don't care for. I don't want to go to Thailand for that. I want to go sightsee and just have some fun. And just check out I another thing that I really, well, it sucks that he died this last year, but Anthony Bourdain was like totally cool. And obviously, he toured the world and did a lot of like cooking shows and like eats and on like different cuisines. And he did a lot of shows on Thailand, and like Thailand, like their food this looks really cool, and I would love to actually sample like real Thai food, not like American Thai.
Oh yeah, sure. Like that's definitely a sure thing. You won't like.
I mean, I love Thai spice. I like the spicy Thai food. I love, but I don't know how much Americanized that is compared, I guess, to real Thailand. To over there, or is their food hotter? If their food's hotter, then I'm gonna be more excited because the hotter it is, the better that I.
Way hotter, dude. I can't even eat it. Like in terms of Thai people, I'm very like non-edible. Not non-edible, but yeah, I don't eat spicy stuff. When I'm here, I'm like, yeah, spicy's fine. When I'm back in Thailand, it's like, nope, nothing spicy. Or else,
No, to me, like where I mean, like I really wanted to kill me. My palate for hot food is, I mean, it's not normal. I'll tell you, it's way beyond anyone. And so I always like to test that, and like I'm just kind of curious. But I love, to me, spice adds so much more flavor. People always will tell me there's a certain point where spice kills the flavor. I disagree. I think you can keep adding to it. I mean, obviously there's a point where it's just stupid. If you took like a whole like gallon of black pepper and poured it in a soup, then it's like nasty.
right.
But like actually heat, and so like I love like hot Indian food. I love like Thai food. I mean, ghost chilies, scorpion peppers, all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah, I get you. Like the thing is, the question is, do you want like the street Thai food or you want the
I want hot
non-street?
Thai food.
Well, like the street ones are a bit more dirty, but like technically, I like that taste more.
Well, okay. There's one dish, and I don't know if this is completely Thai or not. They call it drunken noodles. Is that Thai or it's
Yeah,
not?
yeah. It's well, I don't know if it's Thai, but it's a big dish and it's a famous dish in Thailand. My brother loves it.
Okay, I absolutely love drunken noodles, but I like um, I've been to places before where it's sweet and savory, or it's just kind of like the a very Chinese esque, like it's kind of sweet, sugary, just kind of mediocre.
Right.
But there's an but the actual Thai places I've been to, they actually put heat into it. But it has to be spicy, and those are the ones that I absolutely love. There's a place in Corpus called the Drunken Noodle, and that is their signature dish. Like all their dishes, like they're okay, but their Drunken Noodle is like that's what you get, and it starts at a level like 4 spice. Everything is between a 1 and a 5, but that's the only dish that actually has a 6 on the. It's the only dish in the menu has a 6, And so I always order it at 6, and they're like, do you know what you're gonna eat? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. And it's actually it's not that spicy, but it's delicious. It's really good.
Right. Yeah, you might like the food there then.
Like I just love noodle dishes to begin with. They're just good, but when they're like drowned in like some like hot, spicy, like delicious sauce and some vegetables and things, yeah, it's good. Or some meat. Like one thing, I mean, I love Vietnamese cooking, but Vietnamese doesn't really add spice to it. Like they're
Yeah,
just,
veggies
it's just,
and rolls.
yeah, exactly.
They're healthy. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is.
Thai food is it's we're willing to sacrifice health for like taste.
Yeah, if I went to Thailand to come visit you, I would want you to take me to like the most obscure restaurants, like the actual like quintessential like Thai cuisine. Um, Nothing that I would find like in the U.S. kind of crap.
Hmm.
Like what you guys really eat on like a day-to-day basis kind of thing,
Oh, that's street
like
food.
or like what you guys like your guilty pleasures kind of thing.
Right.
Here in the United States, we have to Americanize most like food cultures, and so you don't get the true experience. I mean, depending where you're at, like obviously in South Texas, we have a lot of German communities, so like there's actually in South Texas there's a lot of good German restaurants that do exist, like for actual like pure German food if you want that, um, and it's good. But most people don't know what that is. Everyone just thinks German food's like sauerkraut and hot dogs, or like sausage or something like that. It's like no, that's that's a little bit of it, but that's not really the main thing.
Right.
So yeah, like I like to get kind of like really nitty gritty. Like when I went to I mean I've been to Germany, I've been to Japan. Um, I want to see what like kind of more natives eat in their country because it's interesting. I mean compared to like our palate. And really, actually, Japan was even different than Germany. Germany was honestly, I have to admit, it wasn't really different than American food. A few restaurants we went to, yeah, it was hardcore German. But other than that, like, it wasn't mixed with anything else. It was just German food. Japan, on the other hand, was a totally different ballgame. There's stuff there that just does not exist here in the United States. We don't eat that. And it was very interesting. So,
Well, the thing of Japan is they're willing to spend money in terms of like. The thing of Thailand is Thai people are pretty cheap. Like we care a lot about food, but we
yeah,
also need the cheap.
well, you told me what you guys pay for food, so
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
when Burger King costs you almost a day's of wages or some kind.
Yeah, Burger King is expensive.
I would hate having a job in Thailand if I knew that like uh uh, if I had to go to Burger King that was like a portion of my day's like salary, I'd feel.
Well, that's why people don't go to Burger King.
Well, okay, people in Thailand do eat hamburgers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But the hamburgers are like expensive food. And like here, like some tom like is expensive, and we are like, wait, like in Bangkok, that's like a 50-cent dish. Why is it like $20 here?
Right, I see. I gotcha.
Then we find out that Burger King is super cheap. We're just like, okay, well we'll eat Burger King then.
What other chains over there in Thailand?
Moss Burger from Japan, KFC.
Was it you? Was it you that told me that KFC over there is like really popular?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
was it?
KFC's good. Like
Yeah,
I came here and I was
it's
just like, what the hell?
a friend of mine who lives in uh, Luxembourg, uh, which is obviously that's like yeah, it's like real close to Germany. That's just over Christmas. Told me that they opened a KFC over there, and he was so happy, and I was like, really? He goes, dude, there's like no American food here. There's so little of it.
Where was it?
It's
Luxembourg?
yeah, Luxembourg. It's pretty much like McDonald's. It's like the kind of the go-to thing. And so they finally opened a KFC there, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's like it was packed." I mean, it wasn't like in Christmas, but I guess it was a few months before that. But I just haven't talked to him. So he just told me like, yeah, it was really busy, and I was like, dude, it's KFC, like that's like crap. But to him, I guess it it was badass.
Oh yeah, KFC in Thailand is good food, like good chicken.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, all KFCs, that's kind of their thing. They promise they don't use homegrown chickens kind of thing. They use actually all natural organic chicken, but it's just it's one of those things like I guess in a foreign country, like I just don't know how people like eat that. Like I would assume that they would have something better than like fast food kind of stuff. It's like is America trying to globalize the world like to eat like fast food?
Maybe, but KFC in Thailand is actually really good.
Like I couldn't honestly, like if I was in Thailand, I could not. If I saw a Taco Bell, I wouldn't want to eat there.
Oh no Taco Bell. I haven't seen a Taco Bell in Thailand at all. Just KFC. Like it comes out almost like the ones in the advertisements. That's how.
It's funny because when I was in Germany, uh, it's been almost 10 years or a little over 10 years now. I don't I don't really remember any fast food restaurants that we went to. And now when I was in Japan, the only one that I remember was McDonald's. Like it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And McDonald's was weird. Like their menu, they had well daily, but it's on their breakfast menu was like pickled rice and miso soup. It was weird. I was like,
Yeah, all the menus in
y-
different
y-
countries are different.
yeah, yeah. Like McDonald, it's really interesting. They tailor it to like their palate kind of thing. But in Germany, I don't remember. I don't really remember any fast food, or I just don't think. I mean, we didn't go to them, but probably we passed by them. But I just don't remember it. In Japan, I did go to McDonald's a couple times. I was just kind of just curious, but in Germany, I didn't see anything like that. That was what? No, 12, 13 years ago. So obviously, I'm pretty sure times have changed, and yeah, they've added more things and have done things differently. So it would make sense that it would be different, now than it was then.
But yeah, I did put the word in for you about the whole artist thingy. We were about to get dinner, so that was a good time to tell me.
Oh yeah, let me know what they said. Just give me a few. I need to go AFK for a few minutes, and I'll come right
That's
back.
all
And then
good. No, they didn't
all
really
right,
say
cool.
anything because artists are we're just slow. We're just like, oh, okay, and then we'll sit with us for a
Well,
while.
did they give you like any feedback or no?
No, it's they're like, oh, it's cool. It just sits with us for a while. They might pop back a couple days later and be like, hey, I got some like, yeah, this is what I think of it. But we're pretty chill and slow. That's why.
I got you.
But yeah, go do your thing.
All right. Well, I'll be right back.
What's up, Dariel?
What up? How you doing?
Cool. I'm just coding, testing.
What coding?
Uh, Yumi's enrage ability.
Oh,
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool ability.
what does she do?
She's she spawns a Dango in the middle of the stage that starts to grow, and the more times you hit it, the smaller the Dango gets. And then once the Dango reaches a certain point, it'll explode, and it'll spawn a whole bunch of little star balls everywhere, and you have to block them with your paddle. If they hit your wall, they damage your wall, stuff like that.
Right.
Haruka can eat them and make herself more powerful with them.
What's Haruka's thing?
Haruka eats balls, so the more balls on the field, perfect for her.
Oh, I thought she threw bombs.
She eats any balls and then she creates bombs on the opponent's walls. So if she eats a ton of balls, you're gonna have a ton of bombs.
Right, gotcha.
Is it starting with 40? It should be. Spawn count equals current spawn. Minimum spawn. Current spawn equals max spawn minus hit counter. Max spawn is 40. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Good. So do you know what? Have you taken a look at the estimations that James put?
Wait, what's the thing called again?
Hack and plan. Right now you're doing line art for Jessica. Did you make a line art card? Oh, I see. He put it in the Jessica finalized card. I think he was essentially giving you 2 days per task, like line art. So a girl's line art takes 2 days, and then base colors another 2 days. Is that an overestimate? Is that an underestimation? Should it be
Wait, for
more?
2 days for what?
So the way it is right now, it's 2 days for line art and 2 days for base color per
Each
girl.
character?
Yeah,
Oh,
per girl. So each girl's 2 days for the line art, which you're doing right now is line
right.
art,
I'm
and then two
opening
days
it.
for colors.
Wait, so art. Wait,
Hmm.
where did I
So
go?
go to Jessica where it says like the girl's name finalized, and
Wait,
then just click on.
wait. I'm at backlog boards, right?
Yeah, you go to board story art release.
Oh, I think it's 1 day each is what he put down.
Oh, did you put 1 day?
Well, I think he put 1 day.
Oh, he did put 1 day. But well, okay, yeah, he did put one. But what do you? But like, what would your estimate be? Because remember, it's your estimate. Anytime you have an estimate, you're supposed to double it. Because most of the time, the double is what's closer.
Well, looking at the speed that we had 3 hours for the final color, right? No, that's not even the final color. It's just the rendering.
Right now you're on the line art phase, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? So do you think 1 day is sufficient for line art then? That's essentially what. That's a one. That's probably like a. I guess that's in a 4 hour. Right. The way that these are set
Yeah.
is 1 day in hack and plan is considered 4 hours.
Right.
So 2 days in hack and plan would be considered 8 hours.
That would sort of work.
So which one? Which one? 1 day or 2 days?
One should be fine according to like the speed we had going. It'll just stop me from like focusing too much as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, hey, James, you forgot to separate the line art and the color. You have them both in the same Jessica finalized card.
Well, that's why I was asking him. Was I was asking, how does he want it?
Separate might be better.
Yeah, because you can put a due date on a separate, and then it'll send them an indicator when the due date gets close. It'll send them emails and stuff.
So,
To let them know.
do you mean to change them? So, like, you mean like every day make one card per girl for like line art, and then like the.
Well, no, I don't know. How are you doing it? Are you gonna do line art base color? Or are you gonna do line art all of them, and then base color all of them?
To be honest, I think the best way to do it is to line art like all of them, then base color all of them.
Okay.
All right. Then I'll go back and I'll change that then.
The internal test branch is updated with the enrage mechanic, James.
Oh, cause you mean there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet.
So test it and then put your comments in the testing card.
Is it there right now?
Once your Steam updates, it should be.
All right, I'm gonna try to do that right now. I'm gonna see if it's there. Just because I want to take a screenshot of it if it's there.
You know, at first I thought the 40 was too much, but from playing it, 40 might actually be too little. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, it's too low.
Well, no, so 40 never gets spawned because the ball gets hit a crap ton when it gets really big. And
That's
so
what that's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, it ends up spawning like 10 or 15. We might have to raise the maximum a little bit higher. Well, you can check and see.
My game won't update.
But it should have done it automatically.
Is
Unless
it
you
still?
have it
Well,
in manual.
is it still 2.41?
No, it's 2.42.
Yeah, it won't do it then.
You've been. You're on internal branch?
Yeah.
Should have updated. Let me check. Maybe it didn't go through on the branch.
I mean, I could probably just go to my library and probably like do like menu update or something like that.
You can try, but it might take too long. Hold on. Checking the branch. No, it is. It's in there. It shows it. January 9th. Yep. Current build.
I'm still playing the same version.
6.84. And it says test beta 2.41.
Yeah.
And then you probably gotta, I don't know, maybe your Steam needs, maybe
Actually,
your Steam got stuck in
I'll
the
check this
update.
out. I'll log out of Steam, log back in. That might.
Yeah, that does work, but something you shouldn't have to do that. And that only time you have to do that is when, like, if your Steam got stuck in an update or something. That sometimes happens to me.
The last like 2 weeks on Dota 2, I've had to do that.
Oh. Okay. Oh man, killing the game.
It's funny. I have a different for Dota 2. Like I have a different like actual like testing number, just because I'm in like friends and family kind of thing.
Oh.
So whenever I log in, like it's weird because sometimes I log in and like I'm supposed to see something different, and like they don't obviously tell us. Well, they don't tell me ahead of time, so like I guess I'm supposed to assume it. But yeah, like I just feel like I'm playing the same thing, and then I get notified. Oh no, you should be doing this.
Have you taken a look at our wish list numbers to see if they've gone up or not?
No, actually, I haven't. I was actually wanting to ask you that like a couple days ago. Shit. My mind right now is I've been focusing so much with this like tax like crap because I told Ryan it's like priority number one.
Oh yeah.
I just want to take care of it and just get over with. I don't I don't care what I have to do. I just want to get it done with because it's like it's just gnawing on me, you know.
Let's see. We have. We've had about a 53 increase from last month. Last week we got 21 extra.
Well,
I don't know what that was for. Was that because of the?
I hammered Twitter last week.
Well, that could also been because we had all those live
That too.
streams.
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, we got 21 last week.
I also I talked to Lucky, and Lucky was trying to help us out.
So we're at 2,643.
All right, I just relogged in Steam and see if it makes a change. Oh, actually, now it's saying there's an update required. That's probably it then.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that when you manually update it, probably if you're already logged on Steam for a while, it probably doesn't recognize it. After a certain time, it sees it. If not, you have to log it. I don't know if they assume that you just log out.
No, it like I said, it just happens sometimes based on how sometimes the Steam will get stuck in like a Steam update, not a game update, but like there's like a Steam update, and then it won't let you update any games till you restart.
I was gonna say I don't know very many people that I know that log out of Steam. When you log in, they pretty much just stay there.
Yeah, I mean, I think our game is set to, or at least the closed beta version is set to require the game to check for an update before launching.
I will say updating is slow as hell. A minute and a half.
Yeah, they don't prioritize the internal test updates.
Well, the thing with me is I have to keep changing my Steam to if I set where to ping, I have to keep bouncing from Dallas to Houston, and then it's like instantaneous, and then I'll move to Houston, and then Houston's good for a day or two, and then Houston craps out. I change it to Dallas, and then Dallas is instant.
I just leave mine on Dallas. I never change it. It's mostly just the internal test that's a little buggy. The regular release of it, the closed beta to the tester, that runs fine. There's never any issue with that one. Also, another way to make it force update is you can just opt in and opt out into the internal test, and then it should then say it needs to update. That's what I do too.
So this should say what 2.42?
Yeah. As if I got to change the number.
Yeah, that's what it's at. It's cool.
Alright. Yep. Just use the test menu and then you can test Yume's ability. If you want to use other girls though, then you'll have to use the challenge map. The only reason I have the test mode using Kasumi is because I want to see if that bug ever comes back. You excited for Jessica, James? This is your girl. Already got mine. Adoring. I haven't even played Monster Hunter Fluffy. I have yet to even install it. I believe. Been coding.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Since the stars are so small, it's not enough.
Unless we just make the stars bigger. Or we drop the stars and use the. I mean, they're the same size as a regular Dango ball.
No, I think they're fine. But I agree. Well, I'll try it again. But I took a screenshot of it too. But it just seems like it was so easy to like kind of like mess with it. It didn't really. I don't think it really did any.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the growing and shrinking? When it gets hit, you can see it shrinking, right?
Yeah, that was fine. Oops, I picked the wrong girl.
When's that event? Fluffy.
Okay. Here's my synopsis of this. It perfectly works fine. And it's cool. We just need to change the math behind it. We should maybe try this. Increase the speed by times
Speed of what? Growth?
growth, yeah. Or I'm actually not. Don't do it times 2. Do it 1.75.
What speed? What are you talking about?
The speed of how fast the ball grows. The Dango.
Oh, you want it to grow faster?
Yeah, I feel I just feel it's a little too slow. We need to speed it up a little bit. And so whatever that is, like if you want to or do maybe like do 0.5 faster. So then change the. I mean, obviously when it decreases should, whatever that is, the same thing. Keep the same interval. And just increase the growth rate by like maybe 0.5 or something, a little bit faster. And then I definitely think it needs to spawn more. It doesn't spawn enough.
So what should we raise the maximum number to? Times 2? 80? So whatever you saw spawn would be about what times 2 of it?
Yeah, let's go higher. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably too much. We'll probably need to come down maybe 60, but let's see the opposite. Yeah, I think 80 is probably a better choice. I mean, realize that the top end is never really going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, under maybe some extreme stupid circumstance, it happens. But in a normal, if you were to play 1,000 games, and you were to plot this to see a curve, I guarantee that those high numbers are going to be very infrequent.
Yeah, that ball gets hit a lot once it grows.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah, it does. And actually, as it grows bigger, it hits it more frequently. So that, it even curves out quicker.
No, we leave the purple dongle because everyone's so emotional about it. It's there to increase happiness.
Oh, Fluffy, if you go on our Twitter, you can go vote. We're giving Yumi a pet Dango, and we have the names there, so you can go vote. I think Bonbon's winning, actually, and I hope it wins.
Bonbon. Oh, is that what people were talking about? Oh.
Even though, I thought a Momo would have been really cute, like Momo-chan. Oh, Mochi's winning. Wow, 47%. Well, if Mochi wins, I'll call it Momo-chan for short. We should have gave every girl a pet Dango. Their pet Dango is like their Pokemon. It's like their coach.
Their coach.
I got it. Waifu fight adventure style. It's like it's a Pokemon game, and so your master is one of the waifus, and like your Dango is like your Pokemon, and you have to go around and like train and change different Dongomon. There you go.
Oh,
Pocket
you actually
styles.
were playing. You were playing drunk against Kagami, and you actually he made you worse of it.
Waifu fight pocket style sounds like a porno game.
If we fight pocket style, oh. No, wouldn't it would have to be waifu fight pocket pull style?
Well, okay, yeah, but I mean, obviously you got the joke. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So how was Kagami enraged when you were actually drunk?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, it was fun.
You can throw up everywhere.
No, I don't do that.
Oh yeah, you didn't update you didn't have cards for the enrage improvements on Midori on Kagami's enrage.
No, because it's fine. I have no problem with it.
I thought we were gonna have it to where it messes with the direction of your controls.
Oh yeah. I didn't know if you want me to carve that. I thought you were just gonna internally just quickly do it.
No, everything must be a card.
It was because it was your idea. I was like, it's cool. So I thought you were just gonna do it. I mean, from time to time, like I said, you change certain things, and there's no card, so you just do it. So I just assumed that was that.
Well, that's only if it's like bug fixes before a release happens that are caused
No, but
by
I think it's
when you
I think it's cool. I mean, Yeah, over time you learn to do it, but at the same time, people will always forget that here and there, and then it'll still screw with them. So I think
Well, it'll random. Well, I was thinking it would randomly do it, so it would either sometimes screw up your controls or sometimes not.
oh, I like that. That's even better actually. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it.
Yeah, so they don't really know if it is going to happen or isn't. So if there's no way for them to anticipate it, they just have to
So,
try to move and
so
see what happens.
the first second you always get a fuck you.
Or you can make it worse and just have it to where it constantly changes it like every tick.
Oh, I like that, dude. That is cool. Let's go with that. Maybe
Where
every like not every like second, 'cause that's kind of a pain in the ass. Maybe every 2 seconds. Okay, what it lasts for what? 7 seconds?
the drunk, it's like 10 to 15 seconds.
Oh, no, 10 to 12.
Yeah, 10 to 12. Yeah.
Is there an easy way of doing it? Well, the player won't know this, but whatever that time is, you half it by you just divide it by two, and then it's gonna alternate between, up.
Also, you mean it only switches it twice, essentially?
No. If it's say it's 12 seconds, it would divide by two. It's 6. That means 3 up. Or I guess I actually screw that. Yeah, maybe like just every like 3 seconds, it randoms again to see if it goes up or down.
Yeah. Put it in the card.
All right, cool. I'll do it right now. Is that a new card for that, or is that an updating card?
Oh, it's a new card because there's the Kagami and Rage card's already done.
All right, cool.
That's
Do
an
it right now.
improvement card.
Got it. That'll take no time to do, right?
No, it shouldn't take very long. The
Well,
system's already there.
I like that. That's cool. Definitely cool. Now I'll tell you what. Knowing that now, being drunk would be severely like crazy. Because I guarantee, well, I know I don't do drugs, but people who I guess do that and are probably high, like I pretty much guarantee that's gonna screw with them too. I mean, I won't lie. I wasn't. I had a small little buzz from alcohol last week when I played it. I didn't do much, but it definitely like it felt cooler to see like the color effects and everything. So it was like, oh wow. But I think alternating the paddle would definitely be like, oh my god, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, that would make you very disoriented.
Absolutely. Which is, I mean, that's kind of the idea behind it. So makes sense. And I like having it where it changes periodically, because otherwise in the player, like the very first second, or whatever, it's like, oh, it goes up or it goes down, they figure it out. It's kind of pointless, right? But the fact that we have it now that will possibly change, I think that really adds a big effect.
Yeah.
Am I putting this in which release here? Same one, the 2.42 polish.
Yup.
Okay. So basically, whenever I add a new card, you want me just to go with that, right? Whatever the current Steam release is.
Yup.
Okay.
Because if you don't, then I will never find it.
Well, I mean, before I was just putting them way back in the back end thing.
Yeah, and I would never find it. I'd be like, you made the card? You're like, yeah.
The backlog. My bad. Well, I guess the confusing part was I just assumed that whatever the current version, you would just go in the backlog and you would pull what you could do, and you would just put it.
Well, yeah, I could do it too. The problem is our backlog's not clean.
Yeah, I know it's not. I looked at it. It's very convoluted.
So it's hard for me to know what to pull
Mm-hmm.
if I pull out of that backlog.
Well, I don't like. To be honest, I don't like the way the new hack and plan looks. It's still a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the new look either, but it's still free, so it's got no
I will
trouble.
say, I mean, the more I get used to it, they simplified it. Like once you understand like where everything's located.
But they took some
Um,
features away.
well, what features? Like to me, they're all there. You just have to like add them.
No, they took like certain features to like organize things, or certain features to like duplicate things quickly, stuff like that. They took all those away. They're all in the paid. They're on the paid side now.
Duplicates there. Well, when I made Z's cards, I just duplicated them all.
So like before, you were able to convert tasks into a separate card, but you can't do that now. You have to do it manually.
Oh, I see.
Like you could click on a task and just put create as card, and then it would just make a card out of the task instead of just. But now you gotta do it manually. That feature's gone. It used to be there, 'cause I used to use it. I remember. So there was a bug reported in the test build channel. Check it out. If you can reproduce it, then create the bug card. If you cannot, then we probably will just I don't know, just see.
Oh, I got a really good idea. We should hold a contest. First person who replicates the bug gets a free piece of artwork from Z. One of our sketches. There you go.
Yeah, but they have to be able to replicate the bug and provide detail.
Well, yeah, I tell them that.
But actually, I think I'm just gonna have to create a debugger in the game. Not yeah, pretty much a debug log system in the game, so that it just logs any kind of errors that happen during people's playtime, and to just look through it from time to time. Because if I have that, then I don't need anyone to tell me how to recreate it. I can just see what error happened. Be like, oh, it's really what we need. It's just that's really time consuming. Create that. But we need it because when the game's released, people say something happened. I won't know. It'll be good if I tell them, hey, just send us your debug log, and then boom.
All right. I put the card in there. All I did was there's two tasks. It says as soon as Enrage starts, random to see if up down become inverted, and then it says every 3 seconds, random up down controls. So essentially, at the very start, when as soon as the Enrage starts, it's gonna determine which way it's going, and then at that point, every 3 seconds, regardless of what the random timer it gave it. So if it was like 10 seconds or 12 seconds or whatever, it's just gonna from the start, it's gonna do everything. There's no point of like every 2 to 3 seconds random up and down. Fuck all that. Just give it a certain timer.
Yeah.
More likely, it's going to be. I mean, if it's 10 to 12, it's going to be basically 3 to 4 times, which is probably enough. I don't want to, you don't want to. I don't want to like where it's like every second and it gets stupid and where it just pisses the player off. A couple times it's kind of it gets annoying. It's like, oh shit, in a way. But they quickly correct themselves, so it's not like it's that detrimental. You know what I mean?
It's detrimental if you need like split second reaction.
Yeah, at those points, yeah. But I mean,
So like if the computer decides to hit you with a PAL at the wrong
no, I
moment.
mean, if it comes down like where you're sliding your paddle down to intercept a bomb or something, and at the moment that it was gonna hit, that's when this trigger happens, and you go the other way. It's gonna be funny. So it's just enough to probably piss the player off, but not enough to where it just gets it's so silly it's dumb, or it's so silly where it's just annoying.
Well, we'll definitely find out.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll play with it as a start. I will say what designing this game, getting into like the mathematics of things, that's a big part. When I remember when I was first working on Dota 1, everything was we use the same basis for like all our heroes. So like for example, like anytime a hero would do like some kind of ability that would like damage their hero, it was always like 75, 150, 225, 300 damage, and in 4 ranks. It was just a 75 damage difference. It was real, or like a stun was 0.5, 1, 1.52. They never got better as like we had no scale system in the game, and that took years until we figured out that was better. And so it's one of those things that like that's how I do things here with this game. I'm so used to that. I just use really basic, simple numbers at first, and then we just have to kind of tweak them from there. But I mean, it works. It's not very good, honestly. I'll be honest with that. But it's a good starting reference point. I mean, in Dota, it didn't help that we had a tooltip, so the tooltip told the players what stuff ranked at. In this game, obviously, we don't tell anybody anything, so they don't know. So it might work. It might be better that it's okay in this game, but at the same time, I still think it's probably ass. I'd still rather have things rank and change depending on what. Hey Z, you there? You're kind of been quiet.
I'm just figuring out the leg.
I'll give you some leg. Just kidding. Oh, dude. Fluff, I just tabbed back in. He's got to make. My GPU still sucks. I haven't bought a new card yet. I'm cardless and I'm CPU-less. I'm not CPU-less. Motherboard. I need a motherboard and a GPU. But I was gonna say, like, this Jessica's picture is so, like, to me, she is so sexy. Like, I love this picture. I can't believe the way he did her top part. That is like hot as hell. Like, I wish I could just like take this to, like, if I was in high school, if my cheerleaders at my high school like looked like that, I've been like, oh god, I'd go to every prep rally.
Yay.
And I was persecuted in high school. I was a varsity soccer player, and we were like the shit sport at Carroll, like at our high school.
What's that?
What's what?
This shit sport, Carol?
Oh, so my high school, we were our my high school was called Mary Carroll High School. It was, Mary Carroll, which we were the Carroll Tigers, like Tigers, which was our mascot. But we had pretty much we were like the top team, if not like the second or first, always in contestant to the best football team. So obviously football is the number one sport in my high school, followed by I believe it was baseball. Yeah, baseball, and then women's volleyball, track and field. Or no, I'm sorry, hit that back. Uh, it was football, baseball, men's basketball, women's volleyball, and then men's soccer. And sometimes we were sick. We were sixth, actually. Sometimes track and field was actually more important than us. Now we were like one of the best varsity teams in our city. But it didn't matter. It just no one cared about soccer. It was like a shit sport apparently to people there. So, like we were like the outcast. I mean, when women's volleyball scores are shown and mentioned over the intercom before men's soccer, you're in a bad. That's.
I gotcha.
But like our Tigerettes, which was like our cheerleaders for our football team, we had some gorgeous girls. I remember in high school. Oh my god! But the thing is, I mean, all back in those times, all high school uniforms, the cheerleader, they looked very the same, right? There wasn't really any difference. So to me, like going back, if I saw like a girl wearing something like this, I'd have been like, hell yeah.
I wish schools would let schools probably won't let that happen, especially nowadays.
This looks more like Dallas Cowboys, like as of now, kind of the norm. Like the
Yeah.
NFL has gotten, more into obviously their cheerleaders being skin tight, very, very, you know, mainly revealing with a little bit of, clothing. Like I mean, every couple of years they push it and they push it and they push it. Yeah, it obviously depends on the managers and I guess the league regulations and restrictions they can actually push, but it just seems like they keep getting skimpier and skimpier and skimpier. Who has the thickest thighs? That's a good question. Uh, if I would actually have to guess, um, not including Kudoi and Yuri because they kind of offshoot it because they're older, so they don't count. But in the original 8, I probably would think Kasumi would probably have the thickest thigh. Or well, actually, that'd be close. Akane would probably actually have the thickest thighs, technically. Just because she's like the athletic, sporty girl, so she should have like more muscle in her. Thigh highs save lives. Flush. Flush. Fluffs. My bad. I think I saw a squish. It says squish the thigh, and because I saw a squish, my mind said fluff. Or flush. It said flush. You never squish the thigh.
Of course I do.
Well, you. I'm talking. I'm making a like. I was kind of making a sexual joke.
I don't get it.
Typically, when someone says squish, you squish something else. You don't squish the thigh. You squish the boobs.
Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot.
Oh, so anyone out there that's just hanging out, watching us talk and draw. I saw a movie last night that was really good, and if anyone's never seen it, you should definitely check it out. It's called Catch Me If You. Fantastic movie.
Oh, Frank got back now?
Yeah, yes, yeah, fantastic movie.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I didn't even know it's a real dude too.
Yeah, it's a real dude. He's super chill too. He was talking at Google.
Yeah, I actually before I went to bed last night, I saw that. It came up, in my search, and I was like, really? And they actually had Google interview them, and I watched maybe like 10 or 15 minutes of it, and it's amazing. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is.
Yeah, that guy's pretty insane.
So Fluff, this guy, at the age of 19, he had forged over $4 million in checks back in the 19 late 50s, early 60s. He like told people he was an airline pilot, a lawyer, a doctor, all types of shit, and people believed him. Like he was so smart, like to, like, just.
He looked the part. That was what that was.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I mean, but the fact that it was real was amazing. In the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio plays him. So.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I think, like, to me, he's a kind of an overrated actor. I think DiCaprio is cool. Don't get me wrong. He is really good, but like in this role, I thought he did a really good job. He did well. So. Yeah, I didn't know this, but so last night I was watching this. I was reading this. Well, I saw this interview. You guys seen The Terminal before? That's like the movie that came
No.
after.
I heard of it.
So The Terminal is about this guy who
Stuck in an airport, right?
Yeah, he's stuck in an airport and he basically lives there.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought that was like a fictional movie that Steven Spielberg wrote. But actually, it's based on a true story, and the true story is this Iranian got stuck in an airport in 1988, and in a French airport in France, and was stuck there till 2006. If
Holy
you can believe
shit.
that. He lived in an airport for 18 years and could not leave. And so like Spielberg's movie is kind of like a lot of it's based on that. But then of course he made like a love story. He like threw in extra kind of things. But it basically is this dude's story. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's amazing because I never knew that. I just thought it was a fictional movie. So then like the movie's good. So then when I cross-reference it, that Catch Me If You Can came up, and I was like, what the hell movie is this? And I never saw it. So I it sucks. I ended up staying up late last night, and I shouldn't have. I was trying to go to sleep. I got so into the movie. I watched the whole thing, and yeah, it's fantastic. Normally that's not me. When I go to bed, I go to bed. So yeah.
Oh, it
I
is a
got
good
kinda
movie.
Yeah, it is. I hate saying this, but I'm very picky when it comes to movies. A lot of them just are like, whatever. But that one. Oh, you're talking about Fluffy. That's Wolf of Wall. No, honestly, I think that's probably one of DiCaprio's best movies ever. That movie was freaking fantastic. And that's obviously that's based on another true story too.
Oh yeah, for her hair, do you want the red ribbon thing or do you want like pom poms?
Um, it depends on like how like are you gonna make little small like little like if I were to like take like Chun Li, or if I were to take um who am I thinking of, like you're gonna make a Serena from Sailor Moon, like a little small, like where that little bun would kind of go, or a ball would go. You're just gonna convert it to a palm.
No, it's smaller than that. I'll just draw it.
One thing that I would tell you to try, but you probably won't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You were you went to high school in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have a thing called homecoming?
I kind of know what that is, but not really.
So there, um, here I'll if you look up homecoming, there's a what are they Fluff? Do you know what do they call those things? All the chicks, they'll wear tons of them. They look like these huge like medals. They're ribbons. Every goddamn cheerleader would wear them all over their like body and like decorate themselves with them. But there's a name for them. What the hell they? Oh, they're mums. There you go. MUM.
Uh-huh.
Like um, they're these huge decoration like just bull.
Right, gotcha.
I wonder if that would work for her.
Her hair?
If not that, like I would make like the cheerleader things in her hair. Make them bigger. Those are too.
Like that big?
Oh, you're ahead of me, so give me a second. Yeah, I think that size looks right.
Alright.
You know, it's funny. I had, you know, just because of personal reasons, I always had this connection with Jessica. Um, I thought Max's work was good, but it was one of those things where, because he struggled so hard on her, it was like I kind of just had to like obviously like her. Um, I see this drawing and like I just think Jessica's number one. Like I just she looks so hot. It's like, yep, that's how I kind of remember her as.
That's a good thing. Hip hot's a good thing. Wait,
No match for Midori.
No, Jessica's better.
Oh no, you're blind.
It's kind of funny what you're doing in the back right there, that one section. When you zoom in, she looks like Saber,
oh that, yeah, a bit.
doesn't it? Like her little, because Saber puts her hair in kind of a bun in the back.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm proud of all the girls I created overall. Now, like looking back, when I first made them, I honestly felt some of them were just very cheesy, and I was just trying to create the tropes. And then over time, as like I worked with, especially this girl named CJ, that no longer works with us. She was kind of one of the first content writers that kind of like worked with me on like creating their bios and some backstories. I had a bunch of initial content that I created, um, but I felt like she could kind of connect it and kind of flesh it out a little bit more. So I gave her every little bit of details to every girl, just like massive notes and stuff. And then she kind of condensed it and kind of came up with an idea, and then I kind of fleshed it out. But looking back at all that I've been through, like it's pretty cool. I have to say, I think they all really came out really well. There's not really one girl that I would say that I just feel like just kind of sucks or just misplaced or doesn't feel right. I think they all flow and they're all there. They're all represented. So really, it was just really cool. It's people like say for example like Gilbert over here, where he has a connection to Midori and he just likes her. That's cool. I like this. I really like to see that because I talked to say 20 other people. Everyone else is gonna give me like a different like, oh, I like her, I like her, I like her, and that's cool. It's like people kind of connect to what they kind of like, and that's I mean that's just individualism kind of thing, and so like it makes it good. They're more unique. They're not like cookie cutting the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's funny. My friend Shahid, he's like one of my high school buddies. We grew up on Street Fighter, and like I think it was a day or two after Christmas. Apparently, he's in San Antonio. He's a lawyer there, and he sends me a picture. I guess from Walmart, and it's a picture. I guess he was passing by and he saw the Street Fighter 2, like little arcade cabinet thing. He was like, "Oh my god, check! Have you seen this?" I go, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." He was like, "This brings back memories," and I said, "Yep, dude, it sure as hell does." And then late at night, I guess he was already asleep, but whatever. He texts me. He goes, "Ken is greater than Ryu," and it was always funny because me and him used to always have like when we were like 12 years old, 13 years old. We used to always have like these like nonstop like arguments about who's better, Ryu or Ken. And I was always a Ryu fan. He was always a Ken fan, and it was just cool. It's like here we're grown up adults, and 20 years later, and sends me this text that reminds me back of my childhood. It's like Ken's better than Ryu kind of shit. It's cool. It just shows you like there's people who get attracted to a certain character and they can't kind of let that go. And it's like Dead or Alive for some reason. Dead or Alive, Kasumi is my girl. I think for Gilbert it's Ayane.
Right. Same here.
Right? Gil, you there? I think it's it's Ayane, right?
What's Ayane?
Yeah,
I
she's.
said your girl in Dead or Alive is Ayane.
Oh yeah, Yanni's also the best.
See, like I was telling Z, like, for me it's always been Kasumi.
Yeah, Ayane has the biggest boob to waist ratio, and she's also the youngest.
What do you talk, dude? Kasumi's bigger chested.
No,
We
it's in
don't
the
like
data.
Ayane because she's half demon.
Oh God, gay.
It's in the data. I checked the data.
Yeah, but they're sisters too.
Sorta.
What do you mean,
She's
sort of?
Kasumi's half sister.
Yeah, half sister.
Her mother was raped by the boss from part 1.
Well, see, Kasumi's a real ninja.
Oh man, this drunken thing is confusing as hell.
I'm just saying it's cool that like people have their differences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll say this. I never liked the Chinese girl in the first of their lives, but man, she was hot as hell in the volleyball game, in beach volleyball. I was like, whoa.
I don't remember her name, but yeah, she's pretty hot. All the girls are pretty hot.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, they are. In that in the bikinis, yes. I was saying like, but she was one of the characters that like they definitely emphasized her breasts in that game because they were in bikinis. Where she doesn't look very big chested in the game, um, but obviously she was in like way hotter in the volleyball. I'm pretty sure Team Ninja thought like what I did with it, like in Waifu Fight. The game's designed around seeing breasts, so like an A cup or a small B cup doesn't work. Like people aren't really going to be attracted to that, so it's kind of like a wasted.
Some people like A cups.
I mean, our game's different. The fact that it's a major part of the game, like that, because of the whole like center on part of the game. Not who you play as. Like that really has no weight or just has no water, but yeah, like the center part of the game definitely. Dead or Alive, it really doesn't have a problem because it's just a hitbox, and really the hitboxes are all the same. Based on the boob size, that didn't change anything. I would, for another theme, I was thinking of it would be a really like it's more rare I think these days, but you still see them. To put all our girls in a like giant like kind of line, in the wedding gown.
What
mean
do you
that's
mean
just
rare?
it's not as common as it was. I'd say like 15 years ago, like a decade or two ago. Yeah, it's still there, and in animes and like popular like characters, they still do it. But when I was much younger, like that was like the pinnacle of everything. Every anime like did that, and it was very like detailed. Like whenever the artist that would be like, I guess, contractor would do that work for that series or something, it was taken very seriously, and it just was cool. And they would make little figures and things out of it. It was a real big deal. I think nowadays, like, it's just it's kind of overdone and people don't care about it as much anymore. It's still popular, yes, but I don't think it's like it was iconic as it was when I was much younger. Back then, like when I was younger, they didn't really do the bikini thing and the more hentai like outfits and things. Like the wedding outfit was like that was kind of like the sexualization, I guess, picture. And now it's like kind of like it's whatever.
Right.
Azure Lane. You mean like Azure? Is that like Azure, whatever her name is from Fire Emblem? I don't play Fire Emblem anymore, and I never really got like the names, but I'm just guessing that's what you're referring to. Like I could totally see Jessica in a wedding outfit. Well, okay, I could put them all in that outfit, but did you guys ever remember Digimon?
Yeah, the game was good.
Where like you would put like a CD in your drive, and then it would like every CD you would put in would spawn like a creature.
That's Monster Rancher.
Oh, that's okay. That's what I meant. Monster Rancher. You
Yeah.
guys play that?
Yeah, there was a character that there was a monster that like a succubus or something that her boobs bounced.
The reason why when I first heard about that, I thought that was the most coolest idea because it really made it was a unique concept using like an outside source to generate randomization.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could figure out a way of doing the same thing for like an online like slash husbando waifu game where people would log in. It's kind of like a Pokemon kind of just cheesy little like outworld where you just like hang out and almost like a social network if anything. Um, but you can like level your traits up. You can like talk and you can like converse people and they can see your avatar, and you would actually have like a nice anime picture of a girl or a dude. But based on it would pull some kind of like information from you that would determine if you're a dude or a girl. So like people, because I mean obviously gay dudes or guys are gonna want to like always be a female, and then real guys be like trying to like even though they're kind of nerdy like hitting on a girl and ends up being a guy kind of thing. So this way, like this would really kind of prevent as much as it could, where most people would present who they really are, in a way. So obviously, if you're a guy, you have a guy avatar. If you're a female, you have a female avatar. Yeah, I guess it gets weird when the whole other outlooks, but so we just disregarded that at the start, and it's just like male or female kind of thing. I wonder if that would work.
Well, I wouldn't use it just because I don't hit on girls.
It's not meant for that, but you could technically use the game to do that, but that's not what it's for. imagine. Well, I don't use Facebook at all, but I know people who do. And just imagine if like Facebook was replaced with everything, the layout and the UI in your friends list. You would click on your friends list, and it would just show a bunch of anime dudes, anime girls, and that's who they are. And then like on your on you represent your avatar and who you are, and then so like on their friends list they would show you, male or female, whoever you are, and it'd just be like an anime like Facebook kind of like community thing. Hell, way in the future when then we add like when augmented reality and virtual reality all become like in a little like um, what do you call it? Contact lens, and you can literally sit there and just look at your all your friends or people in a game world as so and so. It's like you're looking at like your friend, you one of your friends as a girl, and it's like, oh my god, she looks like Saber. It's like cool, you know.
Right. Like the what you call it, the cryptocurrency generated stuff.
No, like I don't know if you ever saw Google Google Glass.
Yeah, I mean like then
Back
the
in back in 2009, some students at MIT created this whole like augmented reality. Well, I mean, augmented reality is technically old. It wasn't anything new, but they took computer things with a camera, and the camera would pose them on on a surface area. So like you could walk up to a wall and like interact with it, or like you could go to the grocery store and you could like look at like you'd pick up a thing of toilet paper, and you would like let's look at it really fast, and on the actual surface of toilet paper it'd bring up Amazon, and it would show you like, oh, it's a 4-star rating, and people would liked it or didn't like it, blah blah blah.
mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, take that a step further, and you would be interacting with in like an anime world with anime. You walk around with your lens, and instead of looking at someone and say, "Oh, they're on," it would show like their little, like it's like watching when you watch the Terminator, the movies, and he walks around and that little AI screen that pops up, his little camera thing. It would be like that, but just imagine what you're looking at. Everything like turns into like an anime avatar, male or female. I swear to God, you'd have hardcore nerds that would not want to like ever take that headset off.
I guess.
Well, yeah, when they look at like average-looking women, and then it would convert them to like hot anime girls, they'd be like, "Oh my God." Yeah, VR and AR in some ways is the same thing. In my opinion, obviously, at some point in the future, they will combine the two into one thing. I mean, it already kind of is one thing, but they actually are separate in what they act. I mean, just look at V is referring to virtual reality. It's not really technically there. You're in like a subspace aspect, whereas augmented reality is something that's perceived over something that really does exist in front of you. Um, so, like for example, the best way of, I mean, how augmented reality actually started was from the Boeing company, when they had their engineers and their production crew. You're working on, say, on a wing of a plane or a section of an airplane. You have a little headset over your helmet, and it would overlay the like instructions on top of the actual piece of material. That way, like, you didn't have to go look at a plan, come back and forth. You would just see it right in front of you, and it's like you knew where to cut, what to crimp or whatever do, and it would just constantly just do that. And so, like, whatever you're looking at, it would tell you what to do. Um, I mean, that's been around for years. Nothing new, but people use it. You take that in consideration to VR. Um, yeah, I think a lot of cryptic things could happen in the future. All we gotta do is make waifu. See, I'm counting on you to make waifu fight successful, bro. Because
On me.
no, because I'm gonna get to this point. When the game's highly successful, I'm gonna get a call on my phone, and it's gonna be the CEO of Gatebox, and Gatebox is gonna want to put one of our waifus in his little coffee pot. Um, and of course, when that happens, Gilbert's gonna be like, "It's gotta be Midori."
Yeah.
He's so zoned in his world, he's not paying attention to me. But that's why I said that. If they called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, we want to do a waifu fight Gatebox, and we're gonna put Midori in there," uh, Gilbert would be the first cut.
Yeah, like sold.
Yeah, he would definitely be take my money. Yeah, Fluff. Exactly. He's in the Matrix.
Bless you.
Oh, what? Okay, am I on stream?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was
Yeah.
muted. Oh, I probably blew someone's eardrum.
No, it's all good. It bounces pretty quickly.
So I gotta ask you a question, Z. Did you overall have fun in that anime convention? Was it cool, or did it kind of was it like eh?
It was pretty good. My friend made way more money than I did.
Was was the same guy that was here in Austin or some?
Oh no. He was there too. We were just chatting about Star Wars after we were getting food.
I love artists who draw Star Wars anime style. I think that's awesome. You know, when you see like a sexy Leia like animate out, it's pretty cool. Especially or like the Leia like from Return of the Jedi like in the armor like the
Yeah.
Did you
for some
update, James?
for
Did
some
you
re-
update the ticket with the updated requirement?
which ticket?
The Yume Enrage one. No, no, you didn't. Still has the old 40 and 2.
Oh, you mean to make it where it's the 80?
Well, you don't have to update it now. Whichever one, once it's finalized, make sure you update it so that we know what we went with.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Right now, I'm changing it to the 80.
Okay, and then you went like you increased the speed a little bit.
Yeah, by half.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. I can make the adjustment like when you figure out what if it works or not.
Alright, we're back. Almost done. Oh.
For my birthday, I'm gonna request that Z draws me like a hentai version of one of the girls. Or it's just private. It's a private picture for me, but I can just see like him going all the way. Dude, I I, I wish you wouldn't talk about that game. I so want to get back into it. Man, I got so addicted to that game. I couldn't even work like when I first started at Google. Like it was so hard. I was just so glued to my phone playing that game all day. I think actually what kind of burnt me out, or at least like it, the first thing that really kind of just took effect to me, it was the whole like um, that little mini game they added where you go in like that 10 level dungeon where you upgrade your weapon. And it was cool, but it was so luck factor like on what you randomize and you could upgrade, and then obviously if you had better characters you get further the higher tiers to get you have better chances at better gear. So it was just like, well, I can only ever make like I think it was like I want to say like level 7, maybe 8. I think it was pretty much just level 7. But the game is great. Like I mean, I recommend it to anybody. Like if you want a really rock solid fun phone game to play and you don't want to spend any money, you're gonna get a lot of time and a lot of hours in that game. You really will. Sadly, the game does kind of crap out at some point because yeah, you want a fun party and like all the iconic cool characters, and yeah, they're hard to pull unless you I guess want to spend some serious coin and get them that way. Yeah, it can be bad, but other than that, the game actually is. I just didn't like the very first time. I think I didn't notice because on the second attempt, the second version, they actually changed the weapons around. I was kind of curious, like, well, this sucks. The first time they did it, I think three weapons worked, right? It was like the spear, sword, and something else like a dagger or maybe a bow. And then the second time they changed the three weapons, and it was three different weapons. So that was kind of like, okay, why even do that? Why not just have like every weapon works, from the start? There's no point of circulating weapons, in my opinion. No, Fluff, you don't understand. The game is reliant on the characters because that's what makes the game fun. Like, if you had rando team that's you've never heard of them, it's like some random crappy names, graphics, or like some crappy monsters. People aren't going to stick around and play. They want to play with the heroes that they played all these games over so many years. Like, they want to have Locke, they want to have Titus, they want to have Renoa, Yuna. Like, they want to have the big names. They don't care about like some stupid no name or like what was it called, like the White Knight or some some stupid name. Some generic name to a character like a red mage. No, I don't want that. You don't want you want like Vivi, not Black Mage. Or like like your Terra, your Terra was cool. Like, yeah, I wanted her. Like, that's cool. I don't. They could have just called her like Milk Maiden or something stupid. Like, no one would care for her. The fact that it's Terra from Final Fantasy IV, it's like sweet. Or for Final Fantasy VI.
I would want Lulu.
Yeah, yeah. Lulu's she's actually in the game. I think she's in the game.
Lulu has a lot of plot.
Well, Lulu's hot too.
Yeah, but the plot matters more.
I had a few hot girls. I had some chick on a surfboard that had some big boobs. She sucks though. Maybe Ash had big boobs. I can't remember. She's not supposed to have big boobs, but I think in that game they kind of made them big.
What about Tifa?
I think that's what Fluff's saying. They just finally are now adding her. See, my problem is it's one of those games where they know from all the Final Fantasies, they knew they were going to incorporate every character, but they have to bring them in small batches, and then to make them more rare and harder to get and more worthwhile for you to spend money, they have to throw junk in like shit characters in the game, just to like inflate the price of like pulling, the big name that you want. And because obviously the game would be boring if you took every just main character from every Final Fantasy. Oh, it's like, okay, we have 50 characters. Like, well, where's your expansions? So they have to like make them kind of far and far between, and I think that's kind of stupid in my opinion. But yeah, I understand how the game's trying to make money. But the problem is there's so many characters in that game that are just like totally garbage. And I mean total garbage. Like it's actually worse than Fire Emblem. I would pay Square more money to make the FF7 remake like have some like badass hentai scene. There's two big scenes in Final Fantasy
Alright.
VII.
Internal test is updated with the changes and the Kagami and Rage update.
Sweet. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Also this morning before I go to work, but I'm surprised they picked Bart's out of all people from Final Fantasy V. That's kind of lame. Bart's is like the Joe Schmo. Honestly, if you take care like the good cast of characters, Final Fantasy V, all of them are kind of lame. There's really nothing. There's really not any of them are really like powerhoused. I think the villains were more popular in that. Well, the best thing what FF5 has was it was the best way of doing the leveling system in my opinion. Well, that and they also brought all the old classes back originally. Like, I think the most iconic part of Final Fantasy V is they call it the battle on the bridge. That's when you fight what's his name, Gilgamesh, and like that theme song has been throughout the rest of the Final Fantasies.
Did you so the bugs in the Steam release, are they valid or no?
Well, yeah, I haven't found any bugs, but the one that I found you said wasn't a bug, so you deleted it. And then I can't replicate the other thing, so I can't write anything.
No, all the bugs that are under planned in the release. Like, did you validate if you can reproduce those or not? All the bug cards.
So this alt tab breaks the controls in versus mode. Again, that hasn't happened to me. I don't know what. Like, I guess it'd be nice. I guess for these bugs and these cards, if you're just taking this input like from a random person, who submits it, you might as well put, I guess, in the card like in parentheses like who posted it, because I'm just kind of because I'd like to kind of like if we keep that data, then I can probably ask people like what kind of maybe like hardware or computer you're playing on, if and maybe that might help solve the problem for some of these. I know that the controllers do bug out after mapping. Like that does exist. I've had that's happened to me multiple times. Again, I don't know what causes it.
Well, in any of the ones, if you verify any of them, just move them into in progress. If you cannot verify it, then just leave it. Then just
Wow, I didn't know.
move
I
it.
didn't know this was in here. Posted this one? Sometimes you can defeat the final boss without actually facing her.
Yeah, that's an ongoing bug, but I haven't been able to recreate it.
I've never even had it happen at all. Okay, well, okay.
MJM reported
Hold
it
on a
multiple
second.
times.
Does that mean does it skip it all together, or does it load her stage and you just instantly beat her?
It loads her. It loads her final form. Like so, after you beat the first form and it goes to her final form, you win.
Oh, I've never had. I never. I mean, I've skipped the boss entirely. I've never actually played her and just I got a free win. That's never happened to me.
Yeah, I haven't been able to recreate it either. Even with the cheat button.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I mean, obviously, I know this bug. Casinos don't update when winners name the mega jackpot. I mean, that's been there for long.
Yeah.
So really, the only one that I mean, I'm really trying. I really want to figure it out. Is the stupid Kasumi. And unfortunately, I've been unlucky. I haven't it hasn't happened at all.
So if you look at the hack and plan James, you'll see that I added a verified tag on one of them. So if you do verify that the bug exists, just put a verified tag so that I know that it's one that I'll put into the release.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Well, I haven't actually verified the 471, but I just put it there as an example. I'm gonna remove the tag. But yeah, just add the verified tag to any of the bugs you verified are actually there, and then I'll either put them into this release if they're ones that are very hard to reproduce. Then I won't put it into the release because those need consistent investigation. So pretty much you only put verified if you can reproduce it about like
I see.
60-70% of the time.
I figured. Well, to me, honestly, if it, I wouldn't even put. I want to get it higher than that. That's not good to me. I want it 75, 80% or higher.
I think 50 to 60 is a pretty good amount.
Or at least if we put that, like we just make a note of what we think is probably the average of the occur.
Yeah. Yeah, you can add a tag for that too if you want.
Just because it might help determine. You can they'll see like, okay, there might be like a something that's relevant here, or there's something not. Obviously, if it's like a 10% chance, there's more likely that's whatever like we state or we put down isn't probably the real problem. Where versus if you put something down and it's like, oh, it's 65, 70%. Well, there might be something that's close to it or does replicate the reason for it. We're more on the trail, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then don't forget about the bug in the test build channel. I think MJM submitted one.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I hadn't gone over there. I like well, I guess Zerion's is kind of yeah, Zerion's model's fantastic.
Huh? What?
Oh, when I asked the general chat, I said, you know, people who are I guess paying attention, I was just kind of curious, like what kind of like PVC figures they were going to post they like. And I look
Oh,
at yours, and yours just it's funny. It's just these huge boobs.
yeah.
Where did you get that?
Get
And
what?
are you able to move the clothing or no
Get what?
on the PVC?
Oh no.
Gilbert has a thing whereas he hates any model that you can't move the clothes.
Oh no, you can't move it
No. Unfortunate.
because it's too tight. If you move it, then it won't be that chick.
The more expensive models can't be moved because they're hand painted and it's a hand resin model. The cheaper ones that are like majorly manufactured, where they just ship them out from a factory, those can be moved because it's like they just like they spray paint clothes or whatever, put clothes on top of it, and you can just kind of push them.
I want the ones that supposed to feel like boobs. I remember seeing an article about them from China. I want those, but I haven't been able to find them.
Well, it, why? Just go buy your $6,000.
No, but these are much cheaper. It'll be perfect to put on my desk.
That I still think that model you bought at San Japan, whatever, the one girl, like on the treadmill. I think
She was overpriced, $100.
Oh, I agree to that. Yeah, that's not worth $100 at all.
Really, everything's overpriced at a con. Oh yeah, you should put up a poll on Twitter about whether or not people would be interested in us having a merchandise store. See how many responses you give. You get enough people to say they would buy from a merchandise store or not.
I think people would actually want that, honestly.
Well, we should at least put a poll out to see what
Yeah,
really.
I can. Sure.
What merchandise?
Waifu
Uh,
fair
uh,
merchandise.
yeah, I mean, you're more basic stuff, not like crazy bullshit. But
Probably just
I mean,
shirts,
I know
posters,
people want shirts. Yeah, like mouse
mouse
pads
pads.
or um.
Let's see, I don't know any distributors for mouse pads really. I mean, other than
I had
the
one.
Well, no, but
That's a 3D mouse pad.
no, but that requires
Unbelievable.
us to. That requires us to ship it out. I'm talking about the distributors that ship it out for you and
Oh, you're talking
take care of all
about
the things.
drop shipping.
Yeah, not where we supply it, type of thing. Because that would be, I don't know. I mean, if that would be too much to keep handle based on how many people are making purchases.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, if it took off, it's a job in itself.
Yeah.
If it's just here and there, you just tell people, hey, like we ship like on our website we only ship out on like Tuesdays and Fridays. So if your order, doesn't come in before that, you have to wait to the next shipping period. That's just how it works. Just maybe we'll like I said, Z's outfit will for Midori will make it like into the prime time, and then like people will want that. or, or maybe like sometime next year we'll see a lot more Midoris at like cosplay convention. Be walking around and be like, "Hey, you're Midori. How'd you know that?" I created her.
Oh, that would. In order for them to be popular, though, they would have to. The game itself would have to be fairly popular.
No, I'm saying that of course the game comes out and it's popular, but then like I'm sitting there at a convention or whatever, and then it's like obviously not everyone's gonna know who I am, and it's like, oh wow, you're Midori. How'd you know that? I created her. You made Waifu Fight? Well yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah.
Yep. This year's definite release. Nothing can stop us.
I honestly think
Has
we
to
should.
come out.
I think we should advertise. Like I love this slogan. 2019, the year of the waifu. Like the whole Chinese zodiac. We remove that, and it's like it's the year of the.
Go for it.
I don't know what year what year is this anyway? Like
I have no idea.
I don't keep it with the Chinese zodiac. Zirion, do you know?
Snail or something.
I think last year was the year of the dog, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the year of the pig.
Yeah, pig.
Okay, so pig, nope. Year of the waifu. or just draw like an anime pig with a no through it, the slash, and then have the waifu there. Oh, actually, be better. We draw like we draw all 12 zodiacs, the Chinese zodiacs, and then of course the pig's the top, but it's crossed out, and then a waifu's there, like one of our girls, and then we say like in the center of the like of all like the circle, it says 2019 year of year of the waifu. That would be cool. That make a really cool picture to like really promote the game. Because really, it's insinuating the game's finally coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you ever get the Instagram password from Ryan?
No, I tried calling him twice tonight. He didn't answer. I don't know what the fuck's that. It's gay too because I was trying to like have him like come like get with me on Discord so we could finish this.
should remake the GIF. So, because since we fixed the issue where the paddles were still showing.
Okay, what'd you say?
Ooh.
You. I heard part of that, and then either I cut out, you cut.
I was saying, to remake the GIF of the gummies in Rage since we removed the paddles.
Oh yeah, I can make another one. I mean, what sucks is, so here's the problem with anime GIFs. I can make them up to like 50 megs. The thing is, I can't post them anywhere. Discord's gay because Discord only allows 8 megs, like any file. Twitter only allows 15 megs. I don't know what Instagram runs, and I don't know what Facebook runs, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be close to that too. I don't think they would probably have like some crazy limit. So it's the only other way of like getting around that is we have to post from some like image site or something, and then have a link. So we give them the link, and then they have to click on it to go look at it, which I just feel like that sucks because most people are lazy and they don't want to do that. They want to see it like up front now.
Yeah.
What GIF is it?
Well, the only thing I could think of is, I mean, I can squash is a lot, but then the problem is sometimes it doesn't when I really condense them. They the animation, it gets funky, or it skips frames, or the resolution just looks really bad. So it varies, and of course I'm just using a free program, so like I don't really have like total control. Um, I don't know if there's I'm pretty sure out there somewhere there's some badass software that like handles that. I don't know where that's at, and I also don't want to spend money for it. So I'm just kind of like using like a really cheesy free program, which works fine, but it has limitations. So when I compress the actual animation itself, if I can do a small amount of compression where it doesn't honestly there's like almost no effect. I mean I can't really tell any difference. But then when you push it to there's a threshold, right, and you go over that, you can start to tell. It's like it lags and it looks like crap and it's just half-assed and it's real slow, it's sluggish. Yeah, it's bad.
Zia, are you planning on streaming tomorrow night or no?
Hopefully, yeah.
How far are you going tonight? Are you gonna just actually like finish Jessica's like fine art?
Line art, yeah.
All right, cool. Whenever you're I'm gonna actually gonna lay down so I can get some
Alright.
sleep. Whenever you're finished with that, can you just send it to me in Discord, like the finished picture? No. So when I wake up, I guess before I go to work tomorrow, I'll check.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah, because I'm dying to see it. I'm just, I'm getting tired. I need to go to bed, but
Yeah,
I
no
got up
problem.
at 6 this morning, so. But yeah, I want to see it. And then tomorrow if you stream, you're in the color. By all means, like let me know, hit me up, and I'll jump back in here and talk to you about it. But
Well, I'll probably be doing line art of the next girl.
oh, if you want to do that, yeah, okay. If you want to do that, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I guess just well tomorrow when I get home, if like if that's what you want, I'll change the cards tomorrow then when I first get home.
Alright, yeah, no problem.
Do you want me to? Do you like the like one day, like one task, one day thing? Are you is that like sufficient to you, or you want me to make it faster, make it slower?
Well, we could start with that and then see what happens.
Okay, all right, then I'll do that. So like moving forward, I'll put one task per day. So I'll start with today is well I guess today was the 9th, so yeah today will be the 10th. Okay. Oh, I'll make those changes and then
Alright, man.
if
You sound sleepy.
when I'm out, I guess yeah during the day if like you're up or something and just you can always like just post in the Discord like before I get home or let me know.
Yeah.
If somehow you can't stream tomorrow night, let me know ahead of time so then I can just like do something else. But if not, for sure, I'll
Alright.
come jump in. I'll see what's going on.
Alright, man.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you tomorrow, or I guess I guess later today.
Yep, see ya.
It's like
I'll be here
well
for
for
a
you
little bit.
it's yeah for you it's 11:47, but yeah for us it's almost. And I gotta get up at 6:30, so that's like 4.5 hours, 5 hours. Oh yeah.
Alright, man. Yeah, later.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'm almost done here as well.
Yeah, I'll chill. I can stick around for a little bit longer. I mean, I don't wake up at no 6. I wake up like at
Yeah,
10.
you're lucky you. I mean, I can get up like around 8:30 and then go to work before 10. I just want to go early so I can get home. Well, that also I've been I've been waking up earlier anyway, and so
Where you at left? See the shoes? Oh, the boots.
Hmm.
You should replace the Romy with the Midori.
Which one?
On your game where it says game development chat with the waifu fight team
Oh.
with Midori's on the side. That'd be cool. But it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Well, actually, I'm surprised you don't have Kasumi there. I thought she's your favorite.
Sorta. Hmm.
So how's your sleep schedule been?
I have no idea right now. Well, like according to the cons that put me in the correct fleet bracket. Now I just gotta stick with it.
Shino.
Mm,
Shino. That's your character?
yeah.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that's
Huge boob.
too powerful to do anything, right?
Yeah. He's the huge boob one.
We could put a troll stage with Shino where as soon as it loads their stage, the game just crashes.
'Cause boob.
No, because she's too powerful. She breaks the game, destroys the whole. She just blows up the whole world.
Her
The
boobs
game
has crashed. Just be like boobs have encountered an era.
boobs have encountered an error. Space-time continuum is cracking as the boobs are pushing out through it. And lots of cop sound over there.
Yep.
I almost never hear a siren over here.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, when I used to live in Corpus Christi, and on the west side, I heard cops all the time. It was a bad area. A bunch of drug dealing all around me. Outlaw boob. Hold on, I'll be back.
All right.
Fishes die all the time. It's hard to keep them alive.
Hmm.
Every person I've known who has a pet fish, it dies. Oh, that's a pretty long time. What level are you, Fluffy? And Monster Hunter.
What up?
Is the boot the only thing you got left?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. The rest is cleaning though. It's not really clean. I gotta go back and clean stuff. She might seem a bit bland. Might.
What?
She might seem a bit bland.
Wouldn't the color and then your render period eventually fix that or no?
That's what I'm worried about. You can't. Rendering won't fix bad design. But we'll see. Yeah.
Just under.
Oh, there's more to design than that. It's spacing and stuff like that. All that weird stuff. But yeah, we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Let's not kill ourselves over it right now.
If James sees a sketch and he said he loves it, then just leave it.
Well, he didn't see the color yet, but yeah. I'll make it work somehow.
Well, like when you say bland, what do you mean by that? Like what do you feel is missing? I mean, cause what she's wearing is perfect explanation of what she is. She is a cheerleader.
Yeah, but there,
You saying she's too bland of a cheerleader?
I don't know. Let's quickly.
Isn't there supposed to be dongles hanging off of her pom poms? Maybe that's why she's bland.
I'm not gonna put the dongos in right now because it just confuses everything.
Oh.
You know, it's just like if you put it in right now, it's just like, oh yeah, now I have to color around the dongos and stuff like that. Just throw it in later, easier.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Just layer 'em.
Yeah, much easier.
Are you coloring her already?
Just throwing color down, testing what really looks like.
Oh, I see. You're just trying to see.
Yeah, like generally what's up with her.
Is her whole uniform just blue?
No, this is just me testing shit. I guess it's okay. I'll cross the bridge when I come to it. Let's not panic over it.
I mean, you could just make her. You could like. I mean, in her hair, there's supposed to be ribbons, no?
Oh, I changed it to pom-poms because ribbons, you already use a red ribbon already.
Oh.
Plus, doesn't really add anything to her. Pom-poms do though, because you know, cheerleaders.
Yeah. What if you have like little pom poms hanging off her boots? No, too much.
I had some at the back. Oh, bland as in like I don't think it's layered well enough, but I guess it's okay.
What's not layered well.
Her costume design it just feels like it's too like one layer. But that's probably not a big problem, to be honest.
Well, I'm not really able to see the plainness there.
Oh,
Only
no, no. You gotta like construct the whole picture in your head before you see it. So
You could put some kind of design on her boot.
I'm actually thinking of like socks or something. No, it's not the smaller shapes. It's actually the big shape that I'm somewhat having a problem with. But yeah, it's not vital.
Or you're thinking she should have socks on instead of the boot, just the boot and the leg.
I don't know, because if it's socks, then it gives another layer to everything, you know. But yeah, it's easily addable. You can add it in later. Socks are not hard to add.
Oh, I see what's wrong. She's missing the camel toe.
Maybe.
That should increase her blandness right there. The camel toe.
No, that's a small shape. It's something wrong with the big shape.
The big shape.
Yeah, like if you zoom out, something's wrong with that. Once you try to throw color down, something's just wrong. But yeah, I'll make it work.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna crash.
All right, man. See ya.
All right, dude. See you tomorrow. Well, later today.
Yeah.
You can just all you gotta do is whenever you finish, you can just cut the stream and then
Yep.
it should be good.
All right. Alright guys, thanks for coming. I'm gonna go snooze now. Oh shit, now I saw it. Alright, one more thing. Alright, great. Let's check this out. Alright, that works. Alright, saving. Thanks for coming, guys.